fucking really fast. Ow! I'm gonna have some fun. Stick it in the buns of the movie's ass fucking fast. I'm good.
Welcome back to another episode of 3x2, the show that takes 3 topics and throws them at 2 geeks. Kia ora, I'm Lars Di, the pseudo Tiwi, coming to you from 3x2 Studios West.
I don't think you can pronounce shit anymore. I'm the listener, Patrick. I'm coming to you from 3x2 Studios, Ohio, and I'm still recovering from having to review on Treknicity, that piece of fucking shit we've known as Star Trek and the bullshit, which does not actually exist as a movie. Fuck that fucking movie. Up its stupid fucking ass till it fucking bleeds come out of its own eye holes.
Okay, then.
Can you tell we're in 3x2 now?
Yeah, we are.
I was restrained. I just said fuck that movie a lot during that review.
Yeah, you did.
Now we're going to kick it up to where I really think about that shit bag. Not really. We're going to talk about completely different shit.
In this episode, we're going to talk about the government shutdown and Trump's wall.
We don't need no fucking wall, bitches. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to probably talk about some RPG stuff just because we need a topic too, because I have no idea what to do other than talk about the fucking wall and the shutdown and all that shit.
And topic 3, Patrick is going to give us his special rendition of the Aristocrats.
Which we'll get into what the joke is before I unleash this fucked up shit on all of you. Because it's fucked up shit no matter who tells it. And I'm specialized in fucked up shit!
Yeah, you are. All right, so going in straight into topic 1, let's talk about the government shutdown and the wall. Because that's fun.
Where do we begin on this one? The short answer is this is basically Trump decided we're going to push the wall if you don't agree to throw $5 billion at this piece of fucking security theater. I'm going to shut the government down. Oh, and now that the government's shut down and he has to take responsibility for it. Oh, and it's the Democrats' fault because they don't want to come to the bargaining table.
Yeah, they don't want to give
just the credit for it, asshole.
Yeah, they don't want
fucking Ron.
You don't want to give. They don't want to give you $5 billion to build a border wall, so it's their fault. It's their fault that you did what you said you would do if they didn't do what you wanted them to do.
Now, I mentioned security theater because I figured out that's what the wall is. It's a piece of security theater. It's in the line of the TSA. Completely ineffective, completely a waste of money, completely stupid, and mostly going to result in a lot more raping and shit like that.
Yep. Okay,
there's more death than raping, but who knows? I'm sure we're going to get a scandal where the Border Patrol's fucking children or something. That's got to be on the way somewhere.
Yeah, at some point.
Senorita, you want me to let you and your child in? Suck my cock. There will be that scandal one of these days, as long as we're slamming this shit home.
So,
shut down! Darn! How terrible! Nobody gives a shit except the people who are not getting paid. I'd give a shit if I were them too, but
which means for the record, the people not getting paid are all federal workers. Okay, all of them.
So they deserve to be unemployed. Okay.
Yeah, includes the military. The military, the Coast Guard. Actually, for the first time, I actually felt for those people who work for the TSA because they still had to work, and they didn't have, and they're not getting paid. Look, the thing is, like the TSA is.
They can find worthy work. Fuck those guys. Seriously.
Job is a job sometimes, man. Sometimes you got.
I know.
You got to take a job that pays bills.
I have sympathy for people who are not getting paid for jobs that they are doing. I do have sympathy for that.
I don't have sympathy for them.
Except for the TSA.
Oh, whatever. What about,
they can find that better work.
What about the postal workers? They're as useless as tits on a nun, but they're not getting paid either.
Wait, and how are they not getting paid? Isn't the post office supposed to be like semi-independent and they're not dependent on the government?
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Some stories I saw, Canadian air traffic controllers are sending pizzas the way of the American ones that are working without pay. The Canadians, by the way, have actually privatized their air traffic control, so they don't have the problem that we have.
Right.
Seems like the national parks aren't getting cleaned up, so apparently, spearheaded by libertarian groups, the people are going out and voluntarily cleaning shit up.
Literally.
Because they don't want it to look like shit.
Right. Especially, namely here in my area is the Joshua Tree National Park. And there are people out there basically just going out there and cleaning up shit. Because there's no fucking park rangers. And there's no staff. Because they're all furloughed. I used to actually work for a federal government contractor, and all the people I know that still work for them are currently furloughed or working without pay.
Yep. Let's see here. What else? I'm trying to think here. Oh, and there's occasionally park rangers going out telling people they can't clean shit up because government.
Yeah, like we're not.
So what we're learning here is the government is mostly full of shit. With it shut down, only the people who are being paid to do shit only the people being paid by the government are suffering under this. Nobody else is. And this is all political brinksmanship, which is pretty much the standard operating procedure for President Fuckface McDickballs.
Yeah. I can't believe. I mean, I can believe, but I can't believe. And of course, the thing is, now, as of now, it is the longest government shutdown in history.
Democrats are digging in because they see an opportunity to kick Trump in the balls, so they're going to dig in and let him eat this one.
Yep.
They have no reason. I mean, I'm not going to ascribe any good moral stance from them because they're just about a slow fucking scum on the totem pole, but even if I agree with their stance, I still assume that they're lying sacks of shit, and they're just doing it because it's politically expedient to hack Trump. If Obama were in office, they'd be building a motherfucking wall. Let's be honest here. They'd be saying, hey, let's build a big motherfucking wall because Obama wants it.
Yeah.
But nope, it's Trump, so fuck that wall.
Mm-hmm. Fuck that wall somewhere.
The wall isn't a moral act, and it's mostly to keep people out because our immigration policy is a clusterfuck, and the moral and evil war on drugs is a perpetual fucking nightmare that's basically costing people their lives.
I think it's also worth mentioning that that there's been some discussion about the fact that the wall in itself would be largely ineffective because due to based on a recent DEA report from a couple years ago, they determined that the majority of the drugs were not actually coming in through the unsecured border areas. They were actually making it through at the fucking border, as in like the entry points.
And as long as there's an incentive to smuggle stuff through, the black market's going to find a way.
Yep.
And of course, black market people that are smuggling people through are going to find a way. But there's probably going to be increased number of dead people because anytime you enter the black market, safety goes out the window, security goes out the window. It's you're dropping money and hoping somebody delivers the product. If you don't, you're either fucked or you have to kill somebody. That's how the black market works. Mm-hmm. And also, immigration, most of the people in this country, a good chunk, if not most of the people that are in the country illegally are usually because they got in legally and overstayed a visa or something.
Yeah. So it's not like, I mean, the thing is...
Also, how do you spend $5 billion and build a 2,000-mile long wall?
2,000 miles.
I forget the exact number, but it's the entire border of southern border of California, New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas. And Texas does that big woo all over the place.
Yep.
The whole motherfucking Rio Grande. Oh, and you have to go onto people's property and steal their property to build the fucking wall. Not that Trump ever had problems with eminent domain. I mean, he's the asshole who tried to evict an old lady so he could build a limo parking lot for his Trump Tower in somewhere, New Jersey, I think. Fucking thief. Yeah, the Democrats, by the way, they want to deploy technology cameras and shit for the border walls instead of a border wall, so they're just as bad.
Well, I mean,
but
okay.
This is a bullshit excuse to build a fucking wall, to stir the base, and hopefully save yourself in 2020 from a defeat. Fucking fuckers. Vote Libertarian or Green Party or anything but these two fucking cunt parties. Fuck them both in the ass.
Speaking of being fucked in the ass, it's time. It's time to talk about role-playing games because as a DM, you are often trying to fuck people in the ass. You're mainly your party, but, you know...
Not literally, unless you're John Hammond.
Yeah, gay orgy homes, gay doorknobs. The theme with him.
What the fuck? But yeah, let's see here. Some things we're playing. Just this last week, we fired game group on my local game group. We fired up Castles and Crusades again, so I got to bring my female halfling wizard / druid back into action after she died the last time by a dragon. At least it was a dragon that killed me. This time we got to fight. What was it? I'm trying to remember what it is. I'm blanking on this. Yugoloths. We went onto the Grey Wastes, and the dumber Yugoloths, we ended up getting attacked by them, and I ended up having to slide and run under them and shoot lightning bolts and magic missiles into them. And then entangle a whole bunch that were coming, and we escaped and saved a nightmare that that was apparently not as evil as we thought, but was being tortured because he saved a Nicopona, which is like a good magical horse chick. So that was fun.
Okay.
We're doing Planescape shit. It's all over the fucking map.
Yeah, you are. And during the break...
This is all because we had a fucking thief This is all because we had a fucking thief that had let a weapon of mass destruction off and was probably on the Grey Waste. We found out that they found the ring that was allowed him to summon it back, and he got a poisonous organ instead. So we ran into a near kill the entire party mission because, strangely, these Yugoloths, they do have this clicking language that when you hear it, characters 7th level and below have to make a save. If they fail to save, they get feeble-minded for several rounds. Our level 1 monk that just joined the party got feeble-minded, and she went first and started punching the thing, and it resists that. Oh. So it wasn't doing any damage.
Oh,
and she became visible, and I had to save her ass by hitting with everything I could, hopefully to distract it.
Oh, jeez.
But then the party finally started coming back online, and we were okay. It was a mess. Luckily, they have me.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, when we were young...
I was a character level 9, so I wasn't affected. When I made before I knew, I rolled a 1, but it didn't count. Okay, go ahead with what you were going to say.
When we were younger, I was the uber gamer. I mean, gaming was my thing. Now, it's you. Gaming, for me, is still enjoyable, but it's just, there's just no time, there's no drive, no energy. I have been trying to get going again. I did run D20 Modern for us in my Netflix Bright Universe, if you want to call it that. I don't even know what to call it.
That's Bright Universe?
Yeah, that too. We did have a lot of fun.
So here's a question. We are going to get something scheduled to do this again, right?
Yes.
Soon.
And also on the 27th of January, we're going to be joining the guys from Arbitrary Hero to play a one-off in the universe of, is it Ravnica?
Yes, Ravnica, the universe based on the Magic the Gathering
Right. So it's
setting. So
it's the D&D Magic the Gathering crossover sort of thing. And
it's cool because I've been building decks with those themes, so it's great.
Going forward, I mean, this is the first time in a while that you and I have actually got to play together. I think the last time was
I think the last time we did it was we were in high school, maybe.
No, Pathfinder when we were at Gen Con.
Oh yeah, when we got TPK'd by the. We got TPK'd because we had a completely deficient party with bad character choices, and the GM threw us in way over our heads where we had no chance.
Yep.
If I had looked at it, there was no choice but TPKing on that.
Oh yeah, but it was
fun.
It was just amazingly bad how that went down. But we kind of asked for it because we were just sort of looking at like this. Like
I was playing two characters, neither one could do shit.
Yeah, but anyways. So that being said, we will play D20 Modern again. At some point we'll spin up D&D again in the Dragons of Adrian world.
That would be awesome, but that's going to be a ways down the road because we're going to try to get some Modern in before we do that. Coming up on my gaming groups, actually we got Friday I'm going to be playing some 2nd edition Star Wars, the old West End Games version. That'll be fun. It's our first full actual campaign adventure. Last time we just did a session 0 and got some introed and didn't even roll dice. But oh well. And then I think later this month I got some D&D scheduled 3-5, so I get to bring my halfling rogue into action again. I see. I have 2 halfling characters I'm running right now. Next motherfucker's not going to be a halfling character because just damn.
Yeah, I'm starting to sense a theme here.
Well, before that I had a gnome sorcerer, and she was another small one. But then before that was a human bard.
Oh.
She might be returning. She might be returning in the Ravnica one. I don't know, but she will be completely changed by her experiences.
That reminds me.
I've still got to work that out. Ask some questions. So
yeah, I need to make a character for that game before it gets too late. It's like 11 days away.
I've already made 2, and that's just because I'm restraining myself from making 5.
Yeah, again, you can see you're the gamer of the.
Well, I can make 6. I can make 6 on D&D Beyond, so I got 4 more I can generate really quickly.
Yeah, you can make one for me. Although I think I
human Boros fighter done.
What? No, I want to play a bard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a bard. I'm gonna play a stripped down version of Hetfield from Adrian.
Yeah, why not? Go for it. I'm trying to think which guild to point you to. Look through it. You'll have to look through it and figure it out. I'm actually it's kind of interesting because I've been going through it. I was interested in this and this. This is cool. And then I get later in the book, and I turn to the adventure in the book, and it's got Krenko. For you, Magic the Gathering, Krenko Mob Boss is a really cool card. I have an entire deck built around it. It's my first deck that I really got tuned up to be ass-kickingly good. He's all about bringing a shit ton of goblins and killing everything living. So yeah, I can't wait to see what happens when we drop a Magic the Gathering setting into the Dungeons and Dragons universe. It's still D&D. It's just all the Magic references that I'll be able to make.
Well, the thing is that gaming is a good escape. It's become mainstream now. I mean, hell, even I can't think of his name. Joe Montanello, I think his name is, married to shit. Can't think of her name.
I'm completely blank on this.
Yeah, I can see her face. Sofia Vergara.
Okay, I've heard of her.
Yeah, he's married to her, and he is a massive, massive D&D fan. actually will be running some sessions at GaryCon later this year.
Sweet.
So
now, if we ever get to GaryCon,
that would be fun. Actually, the thing is, I think I might actually want to try GaryCon. I think
once.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we were going to try to go to Gen Con this year, but I think I'm butting up so many. There's at least. Wait, hang on. No, I might actually be able to do it because I've moved my trip to Ohio to end of May, so I may be able to actually swing it. And the thing is I mean, if we do Gen Con, great. But if that's the case, the next one has got to be GaryCon. Because, one, I think Luke Gygax is a pretty cool person. And it's cool that he's actually carrying on the legacy that his father started.
Before his dad got booted out of the company that he created.
Yep.
Basically.
But that happens a lot.
Oh, well.
That happens a lot. I'm serious. I mean, it happens more than you think. Just one example that always comes to mind for me is the guy who created the Jelly Belly jelly beans. Those are my favorite jelly beans. They're fucking amazing. He got basically told. He got told by the company that was manufacturing the actual jelly beans for him. You let us buy you out for $3 million, or we're gonna stop producing this jelly bean, and we'll make sure that nobody produces it for you. And so basically, he took the buyout at $3.5 million, and of course now it's it's worth probably hundreds of millions. And it's the same. It's a similar situation. Gary Gygax basically got booted out of TSR, a company he helped create, and of course, as of some trying to get justice for getting fucked over, TSR sold out to Wizards of the Coast. And I have to give Wizards of the Coast credit. They actually did a really good job of keeping the franchise fresh, especially with 5th edition of D&D. So,
don't forget 4th edition.
Hey, fuck you. Speaking of getting fucked.
Are we ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Okay, so before I begin this, if you're not familiar with the joke called the Aristocrats, I will say that you will probably find a better version told by Bob Saget and Gilbert Gottfried. I've heard Gilbert Gottfried tell it in 2 different forms, and holy shit, it just... Yeah, it's basically this comedian's joke. The point of it is to see how far you could take it in the telling of the joke and how crazy you can make it sound. Because we all know the punchline and we all know the base of the joke. The base of the joke is this: a family goes into a talent agent's office, performs a gratuitous number of fucked up sex acts, and ends with the father saying that the name of the act is called the Aristocrats. That is the joke. The telling is where it's told. So let's get this going, and let's see how good I can make this, or how bad I can make this. We begin. Okay. A family walks into a talent agent's office. The father and mother, son and daughter, blonde hair, blue-eyed, perfect, magical-looking family. They come in carrying a bag and some cages, and they bring their dog because they're a really good family. Talent agents takes a look at them and says, okay, so go ahead and what can you guys do? They look at him, then they look at each other, and they begin disrobing. So the father then takes the mother, bends her over the desk, starts fucking her. The son drops down and starts licking the father's ass while the daughter licks the son's ass and jerks him off. The dog, getting all excited at this, jumps on top of the daughter and starts fucking her in the ass. The son then drops down and eats out her cunt while fisting her pussy, and the dog continues fucking the ass. The father, meanwhile, then jams his cock into the son's mouth while the daughter starts eating out her mother's cunt. The dog then takes a shit. They stop for just a moment and pull out from their bag. They pull out a inflatable pool so that they can scoop things. They scoop the shit in, throw down each other, and the father starts fist fucking the daughter while the mother starts blowing the son, and the dog fucks the mother in the mouth. The father reaches over and grabs some gerbils, starts shoving them in the son's ass. The daughter then breaks out a pair of tweezers and starts trying to jerk off the gerbils that are being shoved up the son's ass. Now, you have to use tweezers because gerbils have really tiny dicks, and it's kind of hard to do that. I mean, but then the father, once he gets the gerbils into the son's ass, starts fucking the son up the ass and starts face fucking the gerbils. Now, normally when you fuck a gerbil in the mouth, they kind of just explode. Sorry. This is kind of fucked up. So the father's now fucking the gerbil, which is being held together by the ass. Normally you'd have to duct tape him. So he's fucking the gerbils up the son's ass. The mother is then climbs up on top of him, starts pissing in his mouth. The son then starts fist fucking the daughter's ass, and because her ass is really tight, tears it, and some blood comes out, and then pulls out, and she shits all over the place. Now, the gerbils start popping out and exploding, and their guts are everywhere. So I guess we're not going to have any more gerbils. But the dog starts eating the gerbils and then gets sick and pukes all over everybody. At this, they break out a rack of Ipecac syrup. They start drinking the shit. Now, beforehand, they ate some wings and some cottage cheese. All of this comes everywhere. And they start using this as lube and just start fucking the shit out of each other. And daughter grabs a strap-on, slaps it on, starts fucking the mother in the ass, while the son is fucking her in the cunt. She then reaches in and grabs a Harvey Weinstein mask, slaps that on, takes a Bill Cosby mask on the mother, and just starts pounding away. So we have the son fucking the daughter who's got a Harvey Weinstein mask, who's pegging the mother in the ass with a Bill Cosby mask on. So it looks like a big-titted Harvey Weinstein fucking a bigger-titted Bill Cosby, who's white except for his face for some reason. Now, while this is going on, Gilbert Gottfried walks in the room. Seeing the joke that he's told many times personified over him, he goes in the corner and starts jerking off. Because wouldn't you, I mean, if you were watching this kind of fucked up shit, wouldn't you go in the corner and jerk off? Now, by the way, the talent agent is just watching all this shit. I mean, up to this point, he's just been watching the shit because, I mean, he's a talent agent. He's seen this. I mean, I'm sure he's from L.A. I mean, they're soulless cunts out there, aren't they? Most of them, pretty much. Yeah, there's a bunch of soulless cunts in L.A., so he's a talent agent in L.A. He's not even aroused by this or shocked. I mean, normally when you see a father and fucking a daughter in the ass while fisting her cunt and the son's choking her with his cock while puking on her, you'd call the police for shit like that, wouldn't you? I would, but he's uninterested. But then he sees Gilbert Gottfried in the corner and he starts to stand up. But before that happens, Bob Saget walks in the room, sees Gilbert Gottfried jerking off to the Aristocrats fucking in front of him, bends him over the desk and starts fucking him up the ass. At this, he says, "Get out!" The talent just throws them out because do you really want to have such a display interrupted by Bob Saget fucking Gilbert Gottfried up the ass while he jerks off to the personification of the joke before him? Do you? No, I don't would. So, there's blood, there's piss, there's shit. Finally, the son and the father start jerking it really hard and come all over the place. The dog then comes all over the place too, and the daughter and the son and the mother, they start licking up the cum and the shit. They're covered in everything. Finally, they're done. Most of it's contained in the pool, so they roll around in it and start do a daisy chain fisting of each other's asses while fisting each other's cunts and jerking off each other's dicks. Finally, they get up. They scrape off all the shit and the piss and the cum and the blood and the whatever else, puke and all that shit off. And they stand before the talent agent. Talent agent looks at him and says, "Very interesting. So what do you call this act?" The father looks up and proudly proclaims, "The Aristocrats!" That's the joke.
Wow. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But I expect that.
That is...
My God. Yeah. So I would.
Gilbert Gottfried and Bob Saget and jerking off gerbils that are being fucked. Those were things I came up with. A lot of the others, a lot of that's pretty much bog standard stuff. I mean, everybody's getting fucked up the ass and the pegging, and I like the gasks. Those were my original contributions. Because I'd never heard that told.
On that note, that's all the time we have, thankfully, for this episode of 3x2.
Oh, come on. You fucking enjoy that, bitch. You fucking enjoy the fucking fuck out of that. Fucking A, you loved it. You fucking you were just trying to sit there and not laugh. I was having problems keeping a straight face because it's so fucked up. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
pretty much. On that note,
Hit it.
I'm Lars Di, the Studio Kiwi.
And I'm the illustrious Patrick M. Holy fuck.
We'll see you in whenever we see you again, because I think
2 weeks, maybe?
I think I'm gonna need to go to some fucking mental bleach for this one. Bye, folks.
Oh, come on. It's better than Star Trek and the bullshit. Viva